Alright, this is the finals of our second 8-man, and we're on the draw again, and this hand has one land, so we have to mulligan it. This one also has one land, and we're going to mulligan that too. This one has one land also, but we're at 5, so I'm not going to mulligan it. Those are three terrible hands, unfortunately. But like, we draw 2 lands, we can like Essence Scatter, Sphere, and Divination. So yeah. So that's bound to happen. We had pretty good luck not mulliganing these last 5 rounds, so I think this is just deserves it. Bound to have bad hands. And we drew a Plains. And our opponent played Orgrim Tomb, so it's probably like a black-green devotion deck. That's what you usually see. Like, if a deck's playing black these days, either it's Esports or Devotion. There's not much else to be doing. I guess there's that black-red deck I played last week, but not many people play that. So, basic forests. Interesting. Maybe it's not. Elvish Mystic. Definitely not. I have no idea what's going on. And a Thoughtseize. Yep, you got me. Kick me, didn't win my down, eh? So, I just don't want him to take Divination. That's the only card I care about. You can take Essence Scatter. Probably the best. That's like the only card I can cast, so that's the card you should take. Hopefully he has some like removal spells in his hand that are dead against me. I was about to say Abrupt Decay, but that's not dead against me. I have Detention Sphere. Oop. So he took the Detention Sphere. Interesting. Does he have like a Planeswalker coming down? Maybe he has Underworld connections. We will find out shortly. And we drew a Hallowed Fountain. We're going to play our land untapped, not let him know what we drew, and keep open Essence Scatter. So, he knows we have Essence Scatter, obviously. Ooh, whites. Junk? It's like the Junk mid-range deck? Okay. I'm down with that. So looking like Whips, Erebos. Alright, Dissolve. I guess this untapped and just say go. I hope to draw like land next turn play, then next turn we can Divination, hold up Essence Scatter or Celestial Flare. So a lot of land. So he might have like removal spells in his hand. So might as well just Celestial Flare now because it's not gonna get much better. Like until we like Supreme Verdict away the elf. The elf will always be there attacking us. So we're doing okay. Doesn't have a Desecration Demon yet. Or play a land, so he can't play one. And he's got nothing else. Woo! Yeah! Don't have to play Divination yet. Just say go, leave open our counter spells. So Whip could be a problem for us. Obstinate could be a problem for us. These are all cards we need to be careful of. Especially with us already using a Celestial Flare. Like, oh, Obstinate, that's something we need to worry about. So Divination. If we miss, it's so bad. I kind of don't want to do it yet. I kind of want to wait till 6 so we can dissolve whatever we need to. So we're not under no pressure. We don't need to open ourselves up. Boon Satyr? Ooh. Guess we counter this. So I could have played that in response to the Divination. It would resolve no matter what. Interesting. It's good against us. It's a good card. So hopefully he doesn't have Obstinate. Desecration Demon. Could be worse. We'll Divination here. Let me draw some lands. We did. Sweet. So now we get to Detention Sphere. Hope he doesn't have Abrupt Decay. We're taking 6. We're going to 11. So he has a Temple. Still 2 cards in his hand. Let's see what he does with this card. But it's on the bottom. I will not need to sacrifice my move wall to the Desecration Demon yet. So we're going to 11. You could have Abrupt Decay. There's nothing we can, like, literally nothing we can do about that, so just gotta hope he doesn't have it. I'm just looking for draw revelation at this point. Let's use this ability. So we're on par. He has a lot more lands than us. 2, 4, 6, 7. Actually, only one more than us. We're actually exactly even. How did that happen? Avid to the Worm. That's the spell I want to counter. You can have Obsidat, but I can't just let like a 5/5 worm like ravage me. And you can still have Abrupt Decay. Yeah. I guess we'll keep that. It's hard to bottom that. Like, kind of unfortunate. Like, I really want to draw Sphinx Revelation, but I think we can't bottom like a removal spell. Abrupt Decay, sweet. Did he? He must have just drawn that because he had mana to kill it. I think. Yeah, he had mana to kill it. So now we can just get rid of this and leave open Syncopate for a little bit. We'll use that. I'm glad I kept the sphere on top. If we played the Halfon on tap, we could have countered an Obsidat unless he paid 3, which actually would have countered it. Something I should have done. But he's got nothing. Quicken. There we go. I can quicken Supreme Verdict. Take that Obsidat. So what could be bad here? Let's see what he has. He's tapping lots of mana. Elspeth. Yeah, we gotta counter that, unfortunately. 2, 3. So there's one card in hand, probably like a Putrefy or something. Ultimate Price, Doomblade. So this deck did good at like one of the early opens in this standard. Let's just Revelation here because we're gonna miss our land drop. So if we can draw a land, we can play it, and we can't do anything else besides Revelation, so might as well just do it main phase. So like, this deck did good the first couple, like one of the first opens. Right after that, kind of fell off. But I like it. I think it's a good deck. And our opponent Snap conceded. Okay. Interesting. Our opponent liked conceding early. Trying to run Revelation. I think I would have just Divination next turn, play Jace, just wait, draw more lands because we don't need to do anything yet, and then Revelation a little bit later. So mid-rangey deck. So he has Planeswalkers. He has Desecration Demons. He has Thoughtseize, so he might want another Aetherling. Could cut like a Charm. He's not that aggressive. We could bring in a Gate because we have like Underworld Connections and more Planeswalkers. I think we'll try this out. It might like open us up to like he'll have an aggro start and kill us. But I think they're probably taking out actually creatures and going for a long game. And like if he brings in Planeswalkers, like Vraska and stuff, we can counter it. And obviously we get punished and draw an 8th lane. But besides that, I think I don't think we can mulligan a 3-land hand, especially like he's not aggressive. You know we can't cast any of our spells yet. But he doesn't know that, fortunately for us. Thoughtseize. Yeah? Thoughtseize? Yep. So we can take Dissolve. Revelation doesn't do anything yet, and Aetherling doesn't do anything. Aetherling, okay. I'm glad I took it. I'm glad he Thoughtseize it, because that card does nothing this early. We drew a Azorius Guildgate, which is good, so we can dissolve something. So fortunately for us, we have a second Aetherling, someone in our deck. Ooh, looks like he's going to get our Dissolve. Double Thoughtseize. Oh! He kept a 1-land. No way. Does he have like a Duress? He's just showing like Thoughtseize our whole hand. I'm actually completely okay with that. Because he kept a 1-lander. But now we have double dissolve, like it dissolves from the rest of the game in the next couple turns. Yep, three thought seizes. Interesting. So, but now he has a second land. What do you do with a temple? Puts it on bottom, so it wasn't a land. So he doesn't know what he's drawing next turn. Attention sphere, so we'll say go. That's an interesting hand to keep against us. Like, I don't think that's where you want to be at. I think you want to have like early threats against us. So he's taking 2 for his Orgrim Tomb. He's already at 10 or 12. Maybe start getting. Don't care about that. And then just because I wiped away with Supreme Verdicts. And I guess we'll play Mute Vault now. So he's already at 12. We can counter his next couple spells. We only have 2 Revelations left, so we're going to have to rely on like Jaces and Divinations. But our life total shouldn't get too low. Alright, another card I don't really care about. Like, mid-range decks can usually only play 1 spell a turn. So I'm not too worried like him ramp like to 4 or 5. He can still only play 1 spell a turn, so. And we're drawing land. Like we haven't missed a land drop yet. Just use Celestial Flare. Alright, so he doesn't have an Elspeth. Well, he knows about a dissolve, I think. I think he knows about both now. Yeah, he knows about both. Desecration Demon. I guess we can counter that. We go with Celestial Flare so we can get rid of his elf, I guess, because I'm not going to kill much else. If we had Supreme Vertex Snap, we wouldn't counter that, but we're kind of light on action. I don't think we need that negate right now. We just need to like draw some card advantage sources. So we'll get rid of his elf. And I guess we'll play Jace. We're just going to -2 it. Because he could have Hero's Downfall. We're leaving this open to Obsidat. But he hasn't had it yet. We're going to take the 2 lands. We have already have Detention Sphere, and we're missing land drops. So, I'm fine with that. We could have just attacked for 2 and said go. I think it's worth it to play Jace there. If he has Elspeth, I'm not too worried. I can just Detention Sphere it and then plus Jace. Probably not Obsidat. Unless he's playing 2 spells, okay. Leave it open Abrupt Decay, it looks like. So our Jace isn't long for this world, so we're just gonna get rid of it. We could sacrifice Mute Vault to tap it. But we drew Supreme Verdict. Let's take that. And play an untapped land, that way we can keep open Dissolve. And then I guess we can start attacking with our Mute Vault. You actually can't Abrupt Decay a Mute Vault, it says non-land permanent. So he's at 10, we're halfway there. Just off his Thought Seizes and Shock Lands. And now we can leave open Dissolve for the rest of the game. Oh, I'm not gonna counter this, but that's kinda sucky. I can't get in with our Mute Vault. Just play a tap land, say go. Now 8th lane would be a good draw. We still have 2 Revelations left. But we're not dead. And we're not going to be dead for a while. So I'm glad I sideboarded out. I guess we get sideboard out Azorius Charm, so here's another Sin Collector. We're going to counter it so we can scry. Get rid of the body. Drew Divination, that's good. So I can only assume he has Abrupt Decay in his hand. So this next Attention Sphere is pretty awful. Drew more lands, okay. Just say go. So now we're pretty weak to Obsidat. Hopefully he doesn't have it. Also Whip would be pretty good against us. So we can't deal with that yet. gonna land. So we already took out 3 of our heavy hitter spells. It's kind of unfortunate, all in our opening hand. I guess we would save this Attention Sphere for Avid on the Worm. Get rid of that. And there's Obsidat. It's pretty unfortunate. He's gonna blink it now. So we have a lot of good draws. Negates. It's not what I wanted to draw. So we're gonna take 2, going to 16, taking 5, going to 11. So we really need to draw an 8th lane or a Revelation. So there's 3 of those. 1 in 6 or 1 in 12 chance. Okay. So all the heavy hitters come down. I can't remember if we sideboard out Quicken or not. Quicken Supreme Verdict would be pretty good. Negates, I think I want to take the negates out. They don't seem like he has no targets. I haven't seen one honorable connection from him yet. Syncopate. Well, a little too late for that. I guess we gotta use the spear now. Sphere. You know, I didn't know he has abrupt decay. We have to tap down his demon, take 5, taking 7 next turn, so we're pretty close to dead. Yeah. It's just wait till our end step to kill it. So I thought we were in good control this game, but we didn't draw any more of our big spells. And he had odds of that before we were able to draw an answer to it. Syncopate's a little bit late to the party. This character got in my way. Okay, got my beats off Mtgo. It's actually taking, we're on a 4 this turn. There's no land. So I don't know what we can draw. We need to draw a Revelation. That's our only out, I think. So we're going to 4. Then it drains us, we go to 2. And I don't know how we deal with Demon and this Obsidat. And we didn't. Alright, so there's that. Triple Thoughtseize. I guess that was good enough. No more big spells for a while. Like, he got rid of half of them. That seems good, I guess. Let's get rid of these negates. Forget that. We did have Quicken still in the deck. I guess Glare? No, I don't want Glare. I'll just put back a couple of Zori's Charms. That seems a little bit better. Needle could be okay. We're going to play first. This hand's fine. We only have 2 lands. But we have a Charm. We have a Flare to stay alive. And like draw a couple lands. We should be fine. Let's play our Hollow Fountain. Tapped. Let's say go. We're just going to cycle this Zori's Charm next turn, I think. Even if we draw a land. Because I don't want to miss any land drops. So he has a Duress effect. Yep, Thoughtseize. So I wonder what he'll take here. Charm is a card I can cast, but it's dead if I just draw lands naturally. You can just take Jace or the Dissolve. And now that he knows about Celestial Flare, you can play around it. I've been greedy to Celestial Flare that Elf last game. I probably should have just not done that and just save the... Okay, took Jace. And we drew a land. Sweet. So I'm still going to cycle Charmed because I don't need to worry about creature quite yet. I got Supreme Verdict and Celestial Flare. And we can just counter any spell. Like, counter a spell next turn. Let's draw a card. We drew a land. We drew another land. So I kind of wish I had that Jace back. But now we have Dissolve. So I'm not worried. Like, I don't know if I counter a Thoughtseize here. I think I do. But he doesn't have one. Attention Sphere. So that's kind of bad in this matchup. He has some amount of abrupt decays. But it does get rid of his avid on the worm tokens. Like, he could always just not have it. 4 mana, so looks like he has Desecration Demon. Miss Cutter Hydra. Okay. Well, good thing about the Celestial Flare. Does he know about it? I think he does. Interesting. Okay. I think I would have saved it then if he was just going to play and not attack. So, you're going to land. So, from now on, I just want to draw a Revelation. Eventually, we can, like, Supreme Verdict that. Also knows about Dissolve, so he's kind of walking on eggshells at this point. Taking 2. He's already at 12. I just need some kind of threat. If he plays another Miscutter, I'm just going to take it. Take the 7. I guess we got to counter this. Don't want that. Could let resolve, and like if he took Supreme Verdicts, bad for us. Still saying go. Still not worried. Not too worried. Could have Elspeth here. The Sin Collector doesn't. Okay, Discretion Demon. Now Supreme Verdicts. That's fine. I want to save this Flare for the Obsidat because I don't have a counterspell right now. Stood very. Once he knew that, like, I think it'd been better just to attack with it and get the Celestial Flare in my hand, because it did not. As this has done nothing this game. He just played it and he's too afraid to attack. So let's play that. Leave open Celestial Flare. Pretty on par. I just need to draw a Revelation to put this game away, or an Eighthling. That'd be fine too. Oh snap! Charm. Okay, I guess we're taking 9. Unless we got Supreme Verse again next turn. That's pretty good. Did not see that coming. Man, Detention Spheres are really bad against him. Holy crap. Holy moly. So now we definitely need to draw a Revelation. We're kind of in bad shape. Let's see. So we're not Celestial Flame. We're just gonna take it and hope he doesn't have another charm. That was really good. Should have thought about that. I knew like black green decks usually bring in charm. They're very versatile. It's very good. Good against red, good against control. So we're going to 11 here. Another land. So let's cast this Verdict. The Verdict is in. Okay, sweet. So there's 2 cards in his hand. Don't know what they could be. Boon Satyr. Advent of the Worm. Okay, so we're gonna take 5, and then we're gonna kill that with our Detention Sphere. That's a great target for a Detention Sphere, because it doesn't need to stay in play for it to work. Sin Collector, you got me. Got my sins. Got my Celestial Flare. So if we don't draw a Revelation, I think we're probably gonna lose. The Thoughtseize on Jace has done a lot of work, so we just haven't really drawn any card advantage this game. So there's 1 card in hand. It's probably like a Breath Decay because he hasn't played it yet. I think he would have played Obsidat at this point. Tension Sphere, okay. So we're gonna take 2, going to 4. Ooh. Like, Obsidat's really bad. I just hope he doesn't draw it ever. And I don't need to kill this Sin Collector yet. Unless he has a second one. Yeah. That doesn't work out too well for him. Yeah, so that's why Detention Sphere is like good against tokens in this matchup. Okay, Essence Scatter. I guess we can take 2 more. Because a worm token kills us no matter what. And then we can get rid of this next turn. Hopefully it doesn't have like another Abrupt Decay. Please be Obsidat. Please be Obsidat, not Elspeth. Okay, so that's a pretty good draw on his part. So we need Supreme Verdict to stay alive. A Rev, which is to keep us alive. Supreme Verdict or Rev. Or Jace. Alright, well, we lost, unfortunately. Let's see, did we lose? Play this. Yeah. I think that's a fine matchup. We just kind of puckered out the end, and we had the wrong counter spells. But I think our deck's still really good. Holy, Verdict wasn't wild off, but Jace would have done it. So we went 2-1 at each of them, losing in the finals. But I think this deck's really good, and it's really well positioned right now. Like I even think this is a good matchup. We just ended up both of the last 2 games just didn't draw out too well. Well, thank you for watching. Please leave your feedback in the comments. Let me know how I did. How you guys like the deck and what I could do to improve it, or what do you think the deck needs to do to become better. So we kind of just lost this time to the mid-range deck, and last time it was also drawing a blank. It was kind of just like we puckered out in those games. Well, thank you for watching.